Hi, my name is Allison and I'm a therapist here at Complete Physical Therapy. Today I'm going to go through a few exercises to help strengthen the intrinsic muscles of your feet. Not only will these exercises help improve your awareness of how to turn on these muscles, but it can help your stability all the way up the chain throughout your whole leg, which can help your balance as well. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first exercise we're going to do today is just some awareness of pushing your toes down into the floor. So I'm just starting off by just pressing all of my toes down into the floor. It's just kind of a nice little starting exercise. And then once we get a hold of that, we can turn it into a full toe scrunch. Really trying to scrunch those toes up. You can do this with or without a towel. I like the towel because it kind of gives you something to grab onto. I'm trying to just curl my toes up, kind of squeeze it nice for about 3 to 5 seconds here. Sometimes these are hard exercises just because we don't typically think about them very much. So you might find yourself thinking, wow, this is harder than I thought. So don't feel discouraged as you're getting started. I always tell people, maybe just set a timer for a few minutes and every day, just work on it little by little and it'll get easier and easier. So this is the first one that I like to do, is just kind of scrunching those toes up. The next one that we're going to do is we're just going to practice the idea of spreading our toes apart and then squeezing them together. So I think of it like we're just stretching those toes apart and then squeezing them together. This one here, you can spend as much time as you'd like. Try to get all of the toes to spread, all of them to squeeze together. Another one that I think can be really helpful, and just in general, is our toes. Sometimes with the shoes that we wear, they can get really kind of stuck together and we don't really work on that stretching or that spreading. So a strategy you might use if you're really having a hard time pulling your toes apart is to just manually use your hands to pull your toes apart. Or there are products out there like toe spreaders, or if you go to the nail salon and get your toes painted, they'll put the spreaders between your feet. That's something that you could just practice to start if you feel like those muscles are really tight. All right, the next one we're going to do is try to pick up our big toe off the ground, keeping the other 4 toes down. One of the big things I really highlight when we do this is to try to be careful of not letting your toes kind of fall in towards the other ones. That is a really easy thing to do, is to have the toes kind of fall together. So really try to abduct or pull those toes apart so that they're facing straight ahead. This is something that is interesting. If you have bunions or you know someone who has bunions, that is often caused by an atrophy of this muscle. It doesn't allow your foot to stay straight and then they start to fall in. So this is a great way to avoid bunions, is being able to keep your toes abducted out. The opposite of that is lifting the little toes up and keeping the big toe down. So we'll try a couple of those here. And if those are becoming easier, you can do like an alternation of those. So toes up and then big toe up. Little toes up, big toe up. There's another exercise that we've done before. It's video 35. It's the tripod foot exercise. And that's another great exercise that can help promote stability of the arch. So if you're someone who's flat-footed, check out video number 35. That one will give you some insight on how to create that arch. Feel free, check out this video anytime you'd like to follow along, and let's get those toes moving.